Glendale, Arizona, and the NFL on CBS. The Carolina Panthers have arrived in the desert, set to take on a Cardinals team that is eager to prove that they are ready to compete in the NFC. And with that, we say welcome to Glendale. Alongside Adam Archuleta, I'm Spiro Dedes. We'll hear from Aditi Kinkhabwala in just a couple of minutes. Arch, here we go. Critical early season moment for the Panthers, desperate for an early season win. They lost last week in Jacksonville, and Arizona trying to build off a Week 1 win.
Well, I always think that Week 1 is the hardest week to plan for, and for the Arizona Cardinals, they went on the road in a tough environment and they took care of business. Carolina, on the other hand, that was a game defined by their mistakes and their lack of detail, but they feel like they had a great week of practice and ready to start well here against the Cardinals.
All the focus, all eyes on these two quarterbacks. Bryce Young, Arch, year 2 in this Dave Canales system, and Kyler Murray, crazy to think, year 7, the urgency for this franchise to take that next step.
Well, the plan was for Bryce Young to take off where he left off at the end of last season, where he really started to play well here in their last 8 games. It didn't happen last week, and he was careless with the football. For Kyler Murray, a workmanlike game manager type of day, but he did exactly what it took to win. Kyler Murray plays his best in this building.
Cardinals a winner in New Orleans last week. Set for their home opener. Cardinals and Panthers next on CBS.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona, just about set as we say hello to Aditi Kinkhabwala.
Spiro, the Cardinals are 1-0 in Jonathan Gannon's 3rd year, and Arizona owner Michael Bidwell made clear this week, it's time to make our move. Gannon agrees. After all, this is fully his team. And as the defense gets ready to take the field, it's a shored-up unit, especially up front, where it's led by big Calais Campbell. He makes his return to the place he spent the first 9 of his 18 NFL years. Gannon told us he's injected some real edge into this unit, Spiro.
Aditi, just crazy to see the level at which Campbell is still playing, Arch. 18 years in the league, 6-time Pro Bowler. This is where it all started for him, a full circle moment in his career, and he has already had a monster influence, as Aditi mentioned, in that locker room.
I'd make an argument that you can make him one of the great wonders of the world, to be honest with you, because it's one thing for a quarterback to be able to play that late into his career, but that somebody in the trenches who battles and has as much mileage as he does and still impactful, incredible.
Cardinals won the toss. They're going to put their defense on the field. Rico Dowdle, the free agent pickup from Dallas, didn't have much of an impact on their offense last week. Hoping for a bigger role today. So here comes Bryce Young. Arch, you mentioned the success that he had second half of last year. Last week it was ugly. 3 turnovers, including the 2 picks.
Really defined the game. Just careless with the football. But I know the Arizona Cardinals, they saw what happened last week, but they're also remembering Week 16 of last year, where Bryce Young was exceptional. 158 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, but it was his work on the ground scrambling, 67 yards. That was the difference in the game, and that was a devastating loss for Arizona.
Young in his career on the road, just 1 in 13. Will they have some better fortunes here in Glendale? Off the bat, he goes to his workhorse. That's Chuba Hubbard. A monster game last time these two